Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Danny. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, thanks for returning. So once again, I am Danny. I am a wife, mompreneur, and a PRN social work case manager. And what I like to do on this channel is speak about those things, as well as my journey of being debt free. And also just overall a girl who is trying to strengthen her relationship with Christ. So if those are some things that you are interested in listening to or chatting about, then not only like this video, but also subscribe to the channel so that you're aware of any new updates. So yes, today I am 40 weeks expecting baby girl of the family. I didn't think I would go this far. My previous two pregnancies, I was between like 37, 38 weeks when I delivered. And both deliveries were induced due to high blood pressure. So it is a blessing to not have to, experience that, have to experience a complication in order to be induced or anything of that nature. So it is a blessing to go this far in pregnancy, but I'm tired. So, it's just something, of course, that's different because like I said, I never went this long in pregnancy. So yeah, that's where I'm at with things. I'm still trying to hang in there and stay tough with things, but it is tiring. But anywho, so today I want to go ahead in this video get into the weekly meal and household planning for this week, for September 1st through September 6th. And I will post a screenshot of my notes for the weekly meal and household planning somewhere, wherever I can fit it at on the screen. So Monday through Tuesday, I have our protein as mushrooms and eggs. Veggies I have is lima beans, grain, white rice, fruit, cantaloupe, and avocado. Wednesday through Thursday will be the same. Well, the only difference with that would be the veggies. We'll have filled peas and snaps. Friday through Saturday, if we have some mushrooms that's uncooked, I will place that in as a protein as well. But we will have eggs. And then the difference would be the veggies of the squash and butter beans. And then for snacks, we'll have tuna fish, noodles, pizza, PB&J with avocado sandwich, grilled cheese with avocado sandwich. My shopping list that I needed to do was Walgreens. For household, we needed water and tissue. Dollar Tree, got my oldest son loves making himself pancakes, so we have pancake mix and a snack for him. Publix, we got some syrup and avocados, and then also I did a Instacart order for Publix, and I list those things that I had to buy as well there. We'll order. Let's see. Then we will go into breaking down my paycheck for the last paycheck for the month of August. I did 28 hours and 7 minutes. My take-home pay was $784. Felt the pain. My take-home pay was $784.91. I do get paid bi-weekly. I don't know if I expressed before, which I believe I have in a previous video, but I can again as well here. My spouse, he is the full-time worker of the household. So we utilize his income to pay more of the, I guess you could say necessities. Well, yeah, they're the more major necessities in a sense. We try to work off one full-time. When we first had purchased our home, we received valuable advice that was told to us. Even though, I was working at the time, I was back and forth in between like either part-time or either full-time while we were in the process of trying to get our first-time home. And he was more of the solid full-time worker. And one of the best advice that we received from one of the financial reps at the bank was, when you're married, try to always work off of one income. Even though you may have two incomes, just try to always work off one income. So then push comes to shove, if it's ever where you guys are only relying on one income, then it's not super challenging to be living off one income if you already, pretty much mentally prepared for that. So that's what we do. With his full-time income, he covers our mortgage, he covers utilities, health insurance, dental insurance, life insurance, groceries as well. If I'm unable to cover the groceries with my PRN job as well as my entrepreneurship, let's see what else. Car insurance, because we both have paid off cars. Let's see, and I think that's the only things I could think of right off the top of my head. So I continue, but yeah, we work off of one income, so his income pays, I guess you could say, even more of the higher finances, I guess you could say, because mortgages, our mortgage is more expensive than like the groceries and things of that nature. So he covers that. So let me continue. The scripture I placed down was Deuteronomy 28:12. The Lord will send rain at the proper time from his rich treasury in the heavens and will bless all the work you do. You will lend to many nations, but you will never need to borrow from them. So I also did place down my debt with higher interest first. At this time, for a city credit card, I'm at the balance of $5,276.56 with the 25.99 interest rate. I have nil net student loans at $8,716.26 at 20.31 interest rate, and then a city personal loan at $9,022.76, 14.99 interest rate. I have total debt of $23,015.58. So I also did go ahead and balance out my paycheck for August 29th, the last paycheck of August. So I had $10 remaining from parking fees. I did my tithe and offering at $79. I paid my portion of Apple Pay, which we utilize Apple Pay to pay like subscriptions and also pay on our fixed expenses. So fixed expenses such as cell phone bill. We also place our car insurance on there as well, because that's a fixed expense. They typically remain the same. Let's see, I have a few subscriptions, such as like a trampoline adventure type of park for the kids. I think that's like $23 a month. It's unlimited, so we could go every single day and they could jump for hours. And the snack is also included in that's for both of them. So that I have that subscription. And then also like our Wi-Fi comes off the Apple Card. And just like our groceries, we pay groceries on our Apple Card. So when we pay things that's not really considered a fixed expense, like groceries, I don't consider that as a fixed expense because it could vary. We just go ahead and automatically withdraw the money out of our bank account back to the Apple Card. So then we won't have a higher balance or anything of that nature. And it's also easier for us to not only keep up with our transactions, but it's also easier for us to just go ahead and automatically withdraw it from the bank and put it back to the Apple Pay. So then we also beat any interest that, you know, occurs at the end of the month or anything of that nature, or the balance be paid off by the end of the month. So then I also paid $288.45 to the city credit card debt. So for my last paycheck, I did end up going over balance of $30.68. And those charges were placed onto my Apple Card. So I made sure to put that back. Then I was which then left me with the $100.40 remaining from the check. So Apple balance has now been satisfied. So we beat any interest that was about to occur or anything of that nature. We satisfied that goal. So what I then did was go ahead and did my shopping with my Apple Card, the weekly meal planning, and the household shopping. When I made stops to Publix, CVS, Dollar Tree, and Walgreens. And then I also did an instant cart order of Publix groceries. So those expenses all was charged to my Apple Card, our Apple Card. And what I did was go ahead and automatically withdrew from the $100 I had remaining from my check and went ahead and put it back to the Apple Card. So, which leaves me now with $19.71. The goal is to not have to need our savings for anything. We do have a backup savings. We do have a nice cushion of savings. So the goal is to really stretch out what we make bi-weekly, and just go from there. So at least we have, you know, groceries for the week. And actually the groceries that I purchased last week, we still have some left over to, you know, continue throughout this week as well. So we have groceries for the week. Bills are paid. So we're pretty much good to go. So as I say always, within the section of Matthew, as the Lord told us, as you know, Savior said, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow brings its own troubles. So like I said, we're good. We have the things that we need. We have our necessities addressed and handled, and taken care. Our necessities are taken care of. So next week, we'll worry about next week when they get here. Ow. But other than that, as I stated before, if this is something that you guys would like to follow, my journey, my debt-free journey, as well as just being, you know, being a mompreneur, and you know, more so being a stay-at-home mom and trying to balance off of one full-time income, and that if that's a journey that you guys are on as well, or a journey that you would like to follow of mine, then not only like this video, but also subscribe to the channel. Chat with you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.